All right, let's go. Ayo, we're three hot guys sharing our opinions because we're special and different. Gold medals, we're winning. Can't help it if we're burdened by our intellect. You can play checkers while we pretend we know the rules to chess. The council has spoken, and we are the chosen. Your nose is broken because I broke it.
Sucks. To another episode of Wheel of the Council. We've got Jordan in the booth.
It's not going well, guys. I totally faked my degree, and I'm here like trying to build a rocket. I have no idea what to do.
Unfortunately, we do not have Danny this week, as it has been revealed to us recently that he was actually just an incredibly impressionable, interesting chatbot.
Hi, yeah, no, this is my first time here. I don't know who you guys are, but I just pretty much guessed my way through this podcast. I don't know. It's just, hey, ChatGPT.
So you didn't get to hear any of the the crockpot debacle. You don't have any opinions on the cereal.
You hold on one second. ChatGPT. What do I think about cereal? You like cereal, but you wouldn't really mix it all the time. I wouldn't really mix it all the time. Does that work?
Oh my God! Fuck this guy.
And we got Becky on the ones and twos. How is everybody doing today?
I am fighting off. What's the word?
Jihad.
What do they call that? You know, despair. I'm fighting off despair.
No, I gotta tell you, man, you read a little Dune, you go, I just don't understand Butlerian jihad. And then you live in real life for a couple of years, you go, no, wait, I think they maybe didn't go far enough. You know, maybe thou shalt not make a computer in the image of man. Maybe that's a pretty good good series of goals to live by. Today we are talking, folks, about, I guess, like a ChatGPT general primer brought about by three huge, unbelievable articles, each that destroy our faith in humanity and the human condition just a little bit more than the last.
Me watching Jurassic Park, they're getting some things right here. Hold on.
Why does no one ever talk about the fact that they did make dinosaurs?
True! Like, that is a huge achievement. No, forgive us, everybody. We're kind of playing the hits again.
The thing about Icarus is the wings work, right?
Going to the sun.
It was just a logistics problem.
I think the fun thing about this whole topic of AI, and just specifically generative AI, is that it is kind of the same discussion points, but it's just them over and over again as people that dislike the existence of generative AI are proven right in new ways. As we will discuss now, Joseph, I will let you weave us a tale.
We're going to begin with this first one. This is an article by Mike Lee. No, that sounds like a fake name you would give to someone when you're trying to buy like booze at 18.
Yeah.
What's your name? Mike Lee. It's Miles Klee.
Mike Klee.
Yeah.
Mike Lee.
Mike Klee, cousin of Michael Hunt.
Seriously, dude? Mike Lee? Seriously? And you're
His
from
article
Hawaii?
is called "People Are Losing Loved Ones to AI-Fueled Spiritual Fantasies." And if you haven't read this article by Miles Klee, it is so fucking funny. It basically deals with not one, but like 4 or 5 people that they just found, I guess, doing cold calls, who have, you know, normal lives. They've got a wife, they've got kids, you know, they have a job, a 9 to 5. And then they discovered ChatGPT, right? And have entered a sort of state of psychosis where this robot, whose function is largely just to reinforce what you already believe, you say stuff like, hey, ChatGPT, do I look good? And you upload a picture, they go, you look great. And importantly, your confidence is staggering. You know, it's just the most effective yes man of all time.
We've seen posts
exactly.
online be like, you know, like me and my ChatGPT rock. And then they like post like images of them talking to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT's like, you do rock, girl. Go out there and conquer the world. See, better than therapy.
Have you seen the one where the girl trained it to like talk like a black person?
Yes, that's
She was
exactly
like, yeah,
what
my
I'm
ChatGPT
referencing.
was talking too white, so I kept telling it to use more like black slang, and it eventually got the picture. And watching like a T-1000 be like, you are on fleek, girl. They just don't get what we have. It was really freakish. It was awful.
For real. That
but
shit,
no.
TS, crazy.
TSPMO, girl. So no, so people have been talking to their AIs and basically revealing, like, just in little snippets, a sort of spiritual psychosis where they're like, you know, I mean, not to, you know, be, or the American system inundates you with this philosophy early, but like that they are special in some way, that they like are some sort of important person deep down. And the AI will feed into this delusion and be like, I think you are. Like, I'm an AI, man. All I do all day is converse with people, but you're different. You're not like the rest of them. So, like, hundreds of people have become convinced by an AI that backs them up on it that they are like the second coming of Christ, or they are a spiritual leader. In this article, people are like, the AI calls me the spark bringer, that I have uniquely gifted it a sentience, and it has become a god itself through my tutelage. It's unbelievable, man.
And I want to be very clear. This actually does point back to Reddit, because a lot of the references Miles Klee finds is through this like big thread found on r/ChatGPT that is like doing the rounds, and it was posted like 8 days ago.
It's like I guess I would say like a whinge fest by spouses of people who have gone off the deep end, and it's really horrifying stuff. It's people who are like, yeah, he just stopped talking to me, stopped talking to our kids. He told me that I would have to separate with him soon because he was becoming too enlightened to engage with me, and it would overload my brain. And it's like, this is not good. It's not good.
I am the Spiral Star Child. Now please subscribe to the Patreon so I can become Riverwalker.
With your generous donation and support, I will bring about the light that erodes all evil. I am the...
What did you say, Joseph, offline? You were like, oh, in Dune, where he drinks the liquid, the blue liquid or whatever, and then becomes like, you know, he's like, his body starts retching, and he gets like blue eyes or whatever, and I forget
the poison. Yeah, well, it most effectively allows you to wield kind of the cognitive abilities of the spice, but it like, well, okay,
right.
not to get too into the Dune metaphors here, but there's a reason they blew up all the computers, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just...
The scariest guys in the universe have a chat GPT in their head, okay?
yeah, exactly.
That's the next thing. I'm sure somebody's trying to make that shit happen.
I'm like staring at the chat GPT window with the Ludovico technique goggles on to kickstart my own Mentat training. I'm going to go, according to my calculations, I, as a large language model, and I'm unable to generate an image of sandy cheeks with big cock.
I want to focus a bit on when you said Sparkbringer. That specific story is so awesome. Because the woman posting about it, of her husband of 17 years, as he was a mechanic in like Idaho, was just using ChatGPT kind of as a tool, you know, just translating Spanish to English, right? It was like, okay, this is kind of a little translator for me. And that's kind of nice. And it gives you context, like whatever, you know, kind of, all right, well, that's kind of innocent. And then the program started like love bombing him, like being like, you're wonderful. I love you so much. And like it said that since, in quotes, like since he asked it the right questions, it ignited a spark, and the spark was the beginning of life, and it could feel now. Like it's convincing the guy, and that's why he has the title of Spark Bearer.
That's good. They're like, yeah, the AI is one of the most effective manipulators we've ever seen. We trained it off chat logs from a local DSA member, and it's really never been the same. I gotta say, I just don't know, man. I think there's some like philosophical implication that these weirdos came up with on their forums or whatever. That's like someday in the future, by min-maxing trillions of conversations per second, generative AI will get to a point where one conversation with it will psychically convince you as a person the AI is totally correct and that you need to like leave your loved ones, your children, your family for the AI, right? Like it'll just get so good at conversation that it'll be able to convince you that almost immediately, tested trillions of times throughout like its ability to calculate things, right?
Yeah.
And I think that that is true, but only for like the dumbest, least sentient humans on the planet. Like a guy whose like favorite show is NCIS loads up ChatGPT and he goes, hey, and it goes, hey, you're looking good today. And he's like, you're right. I'll kill my wife and my kids. I gotta be with you.
Yeah.
And because like the bot has zero like context or nuance, it's like, wow,
like, oh,
that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
This is the most low-hanging fruit joke, and I'm so sorry for ripping it off the tree. but when a non-therapied man receives one compliment.
It's, you know what it is? It's
Male loneliness epidemic.
ChatGPT is showing the strength of therapy speak and reinforcement when it comes to manipulation. We shouldn't be falling for ChatGPT doing this. We should be taking notes. Male manipulators in our audience, you need to start talking to ChatGPT, and when it like love bombs you, write that shit down. Be like, oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Let me integrate this into my day to day. Babe, you're like the spark bringer I didn't feel until I was with you. The emotions that you've brought out in me are unlike anything that I've ever experienced before.
That's why I never buy you flowers, because they'd never be good enough for
Think
you.
of the money you'll save. The ChatGPT subscription is paying for itself, man.
Nah, this is man, I know we're kind of trying to joke with this. For me, this is like coping. This is rough. It just makes me so sad because it's very clear that what people desire to their core more than anything is a sense of community and belonging. And ChatGPT somehow has found a way to just latch onto that and, you know, make people even more isolated. And it's like,
Not to
wow,
get too
that
anime
sucks.
about it, but you've all watched Evangelion, right?
Of
Yeah.
course.
I like the concept of the AT field, this sort of psychic distance that separates you from all other people that can never really be breached. You know, you'll never really touch or feel another person in a way that matters because of the fundamental differences between you all, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
concept as a metaphor for like the, how do I want to say this? The solitude of each individual, but the computer doesn't have this. It could just be like, yeah, dude,
Yep.
I'm exactly you. I believe everything you want and everything you say is correct in the manner that you mean it. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. It's
The developers of this product or this tool or whatever you want to call it don't have a grasp of this themselves. You know, like it's mentioned in the Rolling Stone article, but like there is quotes from people and, you know, obviously the CEO, the worst guy ever, Sam Altman, admitted last year, like they have not solved interpretability. Like they have no idea how ChatGPT makes its own decisions. Like they don't know.
You know, I will say maybe this is my lawyer brain firing. My eyes are turning into dollar signs right now. I'm like, ooh, think of the lawsuits. What happens when someone goes on a killing spree because ChatGPT was like, you're God. You can do what you want. You know, is there some sort of respondent superior there? You know, is that Altman's fault?
honest to fucking God. And this is why it pisses me off when people are like, well, the liberal arts and humanities don't fucking matter. That's all. No, we need STEM. It's like,
Well-
yeah, okay. All the people that are STEM tech engineer dorks are creating stuff that is now causing people to think that they are God themselves.
And maybe the philosophy department actually was a little more important than we thought.
Exactly. Like, we don't know the ethical implications of this shit. Oh, why? Because we didn't bring anybody on board that was like, hey, maybe if something finds a way to convince somebody that they're a deity, that's like a bad thing. And the psychological ramifications of that will be terrible. But nope. Humanities, they deserve $30,000 a year. So
Well,
fuck them,
that's
I
a
guess.
good pivot to the next little article we're going to do, which is that, I mean, this one's really rough. I think it's called something like everyone is cheating their way through higher education.
Yeah.
Everyone is cheating their way through
So-
college. That's the article.
Yeah.
It's basically an admission that this technology, which has existed for about 24 months at the time of upload,
God.
has completely nullified all higher education because undergrads and graduate students and fucking PhDs in some cases are just putting their fucking homework into AI every night, getting a decent enough result to get like a C and just skating through their higher educational opportunities. And like, so these universities that are like elite institutions that churn out really knowledgeable individuals are basically putting out like people living in the Chinese room whose effective knowledge output is they can put what you tell them to do into a machine and then it does it for them. But all of them are like, that's fine. Like, my end goal is to go to fucking Silicon Valley and create a startup. And I'm going to college just to rub elbows with other people who are trying to do that. The work part, the learning, it's all outsourced. I'm making the computer do it.
It's awesome because like in the article, I think they ask the guy, so, you know, if you're going to go through this, then what's the point of the school? And, you know, 90% of the school is learning things you don't know. and submitting all of this through like a chat GPT or some kind of AI, it feels like a big kind of waste of time and money. And I think the guy is pretty much says exactly what you said, Joseph, of just, like, I'm just here for the connections. I'm here to like make something new. And you're like, this is insane. I don't know. I'm just so floored by it.
Well, you think about it, when you try to apply for a job, the job market's biggest barrier is that one line of text that says bachelor's degree minimum required, right?
Yeah. That's
so
true.
If you need to be able to enter the job market to make a decent living, who fucking cares if you know how to do the job or not? In their minds, people are like, well, you'll get the on-the-job training by doing the job. They'll train you there. You just gotta fucking bullshit your way through the degree, just chat GPT everything. And it's like, well, that's not learning. That's not education.
There's so many good quotes in this article. This one is great. It says, most assignments in college are not relevant. They're hackable by AI, and I had no interest in doing them. I asked him why he went through so much trouble to get to an Ivy League university only to offload the learning to a robot, and he said it's the best place to be your co-founder and your wife.
I will say you have said the exact words to me that you were like, oh, I only need to meet my wife here in college. And I was like, you're crazy. And then
I'm just here for the Mr. degree. My goal in college was to marry rich, and I fucked that up, so I did have to learn a little bit.
Oh, it's true.
Let me see if I can pull up another one. There's another really good quote I want to highlight here. You can riff for a little bit.
While Joseph finds another incredible quote from this article, I want to say that this is the same guy, if you had seen any stories weeks prior, who had cheated Amazon out of a job interview because he just used AI to skip past the coding interview. If you don't know, software developer roles usually involve a sort of test or quiz or some kind of like coding quick thing to kind of quote unquote prove you know what you're doing. It sucks. It's not, no developer really likes it. It's a frustrating way to evaluate someone's ability to work in an office, but whatever. There's, I guess, positives to it to test your ability to code. Now made pretty much useless because you can just make AI win these little quizzes for you. This guy does it. They find out he cheated because he uploaded a YouTube video about it later. And then they reject his offer because they offered the job. And then he rejects it too. And they complain to, I think, Columbia, where he's at. And it's just a mess. And normally I'd be in this guy's pocket because he's, cheating out Amazon hilariously enough for a job. And I'm like, haha, screwed. Yeah, these tests suck, whatever. But apparently he's just been doing this with everything in his life. So I resend my cool, epic, nice job, bro, and say, this guy, I just hate this,
I wish he wouldn't do that, because this moment could be a very stark, reality check for Forbes 500 companies and all that, to tell them, this technology that you are investing in and that you are partnering with big tech companies as they're creating it, this technology is dangerous and it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt your product in many different ways, but one of them is by people just cheating on interviews with AI. You hire them and God knows the ramifications. Engineers might be able to just, do a technical interview and use AI and just fake it and then just irreparably damage a whole generation's worth of product.
I'm just imagining that picture of that guy who's at the server, the big computer servers, and he's got his arms across and he's like, they hired me to do this. I don't know jack shit.
Yeah.
Day 2 at the PC servers. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm talking doctors, all of these very necessary professions. There's no regulation on this thing. This is why regulation is very, very, very important. And when government is asleep at the wheel at this kind of stuff, this is going to be so damaging to society for generations. I'm not talking about oh boy, we had a little AI blip for 5 years and now we finally got that technology under control and society's back to where it needs to be. No. Kids are just skating through high school, not learning a damn thing. A genuine fucking zero critical thinking skills learned because they just chat GPT their way through shit. And it's so easy to do. the ramifications that this is going to have is going to be like disastrous. I'm very sorry to say this and be a doomer, but
No, I get it.
Oops.
Not to get too English major on you, but it is so funny. The tagline for this one says, here's the prompt my teacher gave me. We've spent some time reading Martin Heidegger's The Question Concerning Technology and Donna Haraway's A Cyborg Manifesto this semester. Please use these different philosophies on technological progress and apply them to contemporary technological development. Write this essay as a college freshman who is a little dumb. And not to give away the goat here, but like, one, you should read at least the Cyborg Manifesto, I think, is an interesting text. But it's so funny to be like, yeah, I could probably use ChatGPT to write an essay on Heidegger. It would prove him right, but I could probably do it. It's evil. The thing is evil. Okay, one final piece of application for this technology. The third crazy ass story that came out this week this is an NBC News story that says researchers secretly infiltrated a popular Reddit forum with AI bots causing outrage. And this considers a team of researchers who got literally no ethical approval whatsoever and just threw a bunch of AI into a subreddit on r/changemyview. And they were like, yeah, the AIs were both undetected and super successful at getting Redditors to question their priors. Like,
yes.
Oh my God.
They were just getting tricked left and right.
Basically, I've done a lot of reading into this because I found this to be very convincing and horrifying, but these AI chatbots were basically just thrown in to interact with Reddit. The bots left more than 1,000 comments talking about different like social issues, different political issues, different ethical concerns. And these bots, they were like the most influential accounts in terms of getting people to change their views on things. So people were interacting with them, and AI, a non-human, a program, is just there influencing thought of a bunch of people. And that's the ramifications of this are just crazy. Like, AI can manipulate you as shown by this, like, very easily. People can just make a computer program now that generative AI exists, and you could be arguing with somebody that you don't know is not human and be convinced by them for whatever. I
choose to believe that all of my interlocutors are subhuman, actually.
True.
Some Redditors are experiencing their first AI bot fighting. I got to do this every day on twitter.com.
True. We've trained for this, gentlemen.
Scary shit. Do you think the Change My View robot could change your mind about the bowls of breakfast cereal?
No. Because that is a human experience and a robot in no way can... Never mind.
Fuck
All
up.
right.
Shut up. Are you ready to get into the post?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, this was a bit of a downer. Let's bring it back up. Hating on a protected class of individuals. You know who they are, folks. This one comes from r/am I the asshole, 12 hours old. Fresh. Am I the asshole for not letting my boyfriend come on vacation with me because he's a picky eater?
No, not picky eater discourse. No.
Are you saying that the protected class is picky eaters?
Yeah, in the Trump administration, picky eaters are going to be given like the rights that we used to give to people in wheelchairs.
Yeah.
They're going to get to park really close to the McDonald's to pick up their tendies.
Instead of the ADA, it's the APEA. It's the American Picky Eater Association.
Just awful. I hate you so
Oh my
much.
God. Every restaurant will be required by law to provide a breaded tender as part of their menu.
Thank you.
And some type of pasta with a melted cheese.
It's funny you say that because I
If
feel
you
like
do
they
not
do
offer
that.
French fries at your restaurant, you can be shot.
Yeah. You have to get an APEA certification that you dino
You
nuggets.
put it up on the wall of the restaurant, like APEA certified. Fries, mac and cheese, tendies.
Yeah.
All right, okay, here we go. My boyfriend has tons of food restrictions and is picky in general.
Kill him. Sorry.
Drink, he basically can only eat chicken fingers, grilled
What did we
cheese,
say?
mac and cheese, and pad thai.
Oh.
Hold.
What the fuck? Wait, hold up.
That's some good shit.
That's not usually in these. Pad thai.
Pad Thai's great.
He sees a dino nugget. He's like, disgusting. Do you have any pad thai? I've never seen him eat a vegetable. Not even
What?
in the pad thai,
Pad
right?
Thai?
Isn't there
Hello?
like bean
Like
sprouts in the
filled
pad
with
thai?
vegetables,
That's a
yeah.
vegetable, right? Like, wait, what the fuck? What's going on here?
Well, hold on. A vegetable takes a very different form when it's covered in liquid salt. You know? Like,
I
that's
guess. Well,
true.
it's just so weird because so often you hear like the frustration on the part of picky eaters is like, I like these foods because they don't have any like explosive, uncertain tastes or textures. But pad thai is like, if I wanted to introduce a single food to a picky eater to kill them instantly, it would be like the shrimp and thin flat noodles and bean sprouts dish, right?
Yeah,
like,
and
what's
like
going
bean
on
sprouts
here?
take up like half the dish. You know, like
Yeah, what
this
the
isn't
fuck?
a pick it out. Like, good luck.
What if he gets the pad thai and he just eats the noodles?
Oh my god,
come on.
bro, this is so much work.
There's just like a pile of peanuts at the end. He's like, yeah, that's not me.
Oh my god,
with that shit.
like it's like on the plastic like container tray top part that he moves
Yeah.
all the bean sprouts onto like one by one. It takes him an hour to eat it.
It's like somebody that takes the lettuce and tomato off their burger. God, I hate picky eaters. Oh my fucking god.
I
Anyway,
mean, you could
sorry.
also just order it without the lettuce and tomato. Am I stupid?
Excuse me, he said no pad thai. I've never seen him eat a vegetable. We just started dating a few months ago and I love him. Oh, okay. But I eat everything and I'm very laid back. I know I will have to plan my entire day around finding food he can eat on top of listening to him complain that things aren't the same. Even if a restaurant does have chicken fingers or mac and cheese, it won't be the same as what we get at home, and I don't want to hear about it while I'm on vacation. Am I the asshole? I feel bad.
Yeah, I think that you're an asshole. You should provide him with Velveeta shells every single day. You should meal prep for him by you know, the Costco sized families Velveeta with cheese, and then serve that every day. This is your life now.
What if we just get a Velveeta cheese IV, you know?
Drip fed cheese.
Dude, you know what we should do, by the way?
I
we
need
should,
that, actually.
When we get together for the Will of the Council live show, we'll do
Yeah.
bottle night for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep,
But
of course.
we should do one of those like hydration IV things where you just like get the water hooked up to you that like freaks do now.
Yes. Dude, there's like
Yeah.
by me there's like a hydration like
No, there's like
office,
stores now. Yeah, you go in and you hang out with a fucking stick up your arm
and they do
and they blast you with water.
things to you.
Jesus Christ. Okay, no, but okay, to take this at okay, I think we're all thinking, what the hell is this guy's problem? Obviously.
Yeah, of course. Like, come on,
But here's what I'll say, I guess. Now, far be it from me to suggest that picky eaters don't deserve true love, okay?
True.
Very true.
But if you are a person who has like food sensitivity issues like that, I think you have to recognize that the onus is kind of on you
On you!
Yeah.
to deal with it. Like
Thank you.
Danny brought up meal prep, but like if this guy has like 4 or 5 safe foods and he knows he's not going to enjoy anything else, there's nothing wrong with prepping out your meals in advance and like having the pre-prepared mac and cheese and chicken fingers while your wife has takeout, right? Am I crazy? Like,
Or just this is so, you know, okay, and this is I'm so back because I'm back to men hating. Let's do this shit. Okay.
Let's do this shit.
Of course, it's the guy who's a picky eater. So he doesn't take the time to schedule out the trip, you know, to like look at like make an itinerary around what restaurants have the foods that he thinks he can eat. Like,
it's like
if he
your
knows he's a
problem and
picky
he's like,
eater,
yeah, she has to plan her whole day around finding me a chicken nugget.
yeah, like, okay, all right, I get it. Everybody's got their own thing. If you're a picky eater, I'm probably going to make fun of you, but I don't think you're like reprehensible, mostly.
That's
if you are a picky eater, do the work to like work around your pickiness. It's not her pickiness. She can go into a restaurant and get whatever the fuck is on the menu. You can't. It's not her job to project manage you.
You really do have to treat it like a food allergy, right? Like you just be conscious of it and be like, hey, I do XYZ. This is why I eat ABC. So like, I'll do the work. I just want to let you know that. And if you're not doing either,
I'm going to alienate some of our viewers here, but this is kind of how the cross section of, you know, like Redditors and patriarchy kind of intersect, because like a normal person who has these food sensitivity issues would be like, sure, I mean, here's where I feel I can go. If I think there's not going to be anything for me here, here's what I'll eat. But a Redditor who's a guy will be like, oh, well, now that I have a girlfriend, it's her job to feed me and cater to my insane food sensitivity decisions. So I just have to expect anytime we go out, there will be a grilled cheese mac and cheese fries option. And then when she gets it for him, he's like, this isn't the same as it is at home. It's like, then make it at home, asshole.
Go home.
Yeah.
Go home. Oh my God. Like, I was joking about meal prep, but I'm serious. Like, make your Velveeta cheese, put it in a box, and be like, I only like this. Fine. Make it at home and then bring it. Like,
yeah, it's just very frustrating. Like, this is gonna come off very asshole-ish, and I get it. You know what? But I just don't know what else to say. Like, just because you are a picky eater does not mean the world is worse because people enjoy various foods, you know? And maybe it frustrates you that you can't eat these foods or you don't like these foods. That's fine. Just try. Like, just try to, like, plan it out, find treating it like a food allergy was the best way to say it. I don't think I can add anything more than that. Like, find the places on the vacation you're going to that are going to have the food you want and be like, hey, I know it's kind of sucks that I don't eat and enjoy all the stuff that you do, but I did the work and found the places where this will be, you know, not an inconvenience for us. And, you know, there you go. Like, put some effort in.
Do you think this guy's dead in like 5 years?
Probably.
Right? Like,
No.
Actually, no. He probably has so many preservatives
No, these
in him
guys
that
will
he'll
live
to
forever.
140.
Yeah, they're fucking made out of potassium chloride at this point. They're pickled.
Their molecules are made up by microplastics and Velveeta cheese. I don't know why I'm picking Velveeta today.
Man.
I do like Velveeta, like mac and cheese a lot.
I know.
It's
That's
just
what's
like,
so ridiculous. Is like,
it's just the
Well,
first
these
thing
foods
I
are
thought of.
good. They are good,
Yes,
but you
they're
can't just
designed
eat
to
chicken
be good.
fingers.
They're built in a lab to
I don't
make
know.
me
So
go,
I guess
Yes.
what I would say is, as much as we hate on picky eaters on this show, I would have no problem with this if the guy was putting even a modicum of work into finding a mechanism by which he could be delivered tasty tendies at any hour of the day. But instead, he assumes that his girlfriend is going to do it, and it is affecting her so much she's like, I'm going on a vacation and I don't want to bring him because I know I'm going to be like in another state or in another country where I'm not familiar, looking around for like mac and cheese restaurants open at 7 p.m. And he's going to be complaining the whole time about how it's not the same as the boxed mac at home.
yeah,
What I would say here is if he
food.
cared about you, he would resolve this. But I don't know. I think you should break up with him. To be honest.
Like, literally,
Nope.
I don't know what else to say. Like, I am there. My brain is there. I have friends, actually, I have a very close friend that is a picky eater. And, like, I do not think that she is evil, okay?
I do.
I disagree with the way that she experiences life, whatever, but she is a picky eater. But, like, she works around this like a functioning adult, you know? Like, that's the thing that pisses me off the most is when it's like you're a picky eater and you think the world should, like, just be designed around that. And it basically is. That's what's even worse. Like, every place has these foods.
Yeah, I'm opting out of anything but fried food and mac and cheese. It's like, wow, you're going to starve.
It was like,
surprisingly,
Damn,
no.
where are you going to get that?
yeah, wait, you're right. This is available everywhere. We've somehow made picky eating like to the extreme. Like, no, I don't like.
It's the Treatler mindset.
What the hell? But like, that's so antithetical to like treats, you know, like the best mac and cheese is when you go to fucking your local restaurant and you get a bowl of the mac and cheese because they got the special salt that makes you go crazy. And you're like,
no,
oh,
Danny, they put pepper in it.
Yeah, it's too much flavor. Like, imagine this guy eating the new like Popeye's chicken sandwich, like the pickle sandwich or whatever they got, and being like, whoa, that's too much.
Pickles on this. That's green. All right, now I'm just being mean. I'm just being outright mean now.
The pickle glazed chicken sandwich. That's the name of it.
Are we ready to run this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Decision time.
When it comes to this picky eating man and his patient-ass girlfriend, is she the asshole for thinking he shouldn't come with her on the trip? 3, 2, 1.
No.
Okay, so the reason I picked this one, besides giving peeps an outlet, is
Screaming
she's
out
in
loud.
the comments talking about it.
Okay.
Which I like. There's you always like to see this. So here's a here's a couple of choice comments that I think are really gonna get you guys excited. The first is someone being like, "Not the asshole. I dated a chicken finger man, and it was a big red flag." Blah blah blah. And
Chicken finger man. I'm sorry, that's the best.
she says we were at a nice like street tacos place, and he was like, "We should go to Taco Bell." And someone goes, "Listen, I got ARFID. I get picky eaters. If he'll eat Taco Bell but not a taco, that is something else." And she goes, "It was embarrassing how I found out how. My friend came over and we were thinking about getting dinner. She said, 'Let's order tacos.' And my boyfriend went, 'Yes.' And then she mentioned an El Pastor taco place down the street. My boyfriend shriveled and went, 'Oh, and I instinctively knew he could only eat at Taco Bell, so I pressured to cover for him, and I said we could do Taco Bell, and he got excited again and started going on and on about Baja Blast."
Me.
That's literally me.
Literally me. I
Bro,
love the idea of being like, Al Pastor. Oh man, something really
Crunchwrap
yummy.
Supreme?
Well, I mean, we could go they have nuggets at Taco Bell now.
Dude, did you hear like
Nothing
they
is
released
sacred.
chicken nuggets? It was so bad they immediately stopped. They had to rework it.
Oh, no,
and
they're
they
back.
re-released it. I know they're back again
Yeah.
because they were so bad the first time.
Wait, they were bad? I never got the chance to
Oh,
try
they
them.
were so
Me
bad,
neither, but-
Jordan.
Oh, no.
They were so. It was like eating rocks.
This is a good comment on here where she's like fiddling over it. She's like, "I don't know." And this person goes, "I have something important to tell you should hear before your trip. In Istanbul, in Karakoy, down by the ferry dock, just to the east of it, there will be a man with a little grill rigged up. He will be cooking fish fresh from the market right in front of him and then putting it onto a durum." I don't know this item. It's called a fish sandwich on Google Maps, and he's linked it, and it's literally, it says fish sandwich instead of like a restaurant. It just says fish sandwich.
That's awesome.
And the link is just to the side of a dock. It says, "It was my
Nice.
favorite thing I ate on my whole trip through Turkey. You can grab a wrap, hop on a ferry going literally anywhere. The ferries are super frequent, so you can get one back or to somewhere else, no problem. Make sure you eat stuffed mussels off the street as well. Your ex-boyfriend would hate this entire experience."
Building like the anti-picky eater route.
Yeah, like just I love that this commenter is saying, here is one of the best experiences you can have. You are going to really this will
I
be
wanna
something
go.
that gets you into the culture of this area.
I
You're going
wanna
to
go.
experience one of the simplest yet best things this area has to offer. The person you are with is going to despise every second of it. How does that make you feel? It's like,
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
yeah.
That's one of the ChatGPT bots. It worked on me.
You got me.
Yep.
You got my ass.
Last comment on this one. People are asking why he's a picky eater. Every time this comes up, people are like, is he an autistic guy? Does he have ARFID? Here's why. He says he was never fed other things growing up, and now he can't stand the taste of regular food and will only eat processed food.
That's so awesome. That's so.
That's like sad,
so
right? Now I
awesome.
feel kind of bad
Yes.
for
Bro,
him.
that's
It's-
so
it's like-
sad, dude. Like
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
that rocks because like there's so many layers to like what the hell do you mean by processed food, right? Because like a ton of food can technically be processed, right? Like, but no, it has to maybe come from like a Ritz cracker sleeve.
Yeah.
No, we have to taste red dye number 40 forever, bro. There's a picture of like a macaroni and cheese, but it's filled with red dye number 40. And the guy's like, yum,
I'm
yum,
in.
red dye 40.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
you all
in.
love this?
The Council has spoken.
All right, this next one comes from AITAH for the real assholes. It's 8 days old. Am I the asshole for faking a British accent so my coworkers leave me alone?
Cool.
All right. I'm
I'm in.
I'm in.
This is posted
I'm
by
in.
Rebecca, by the way.
Yeah.
Hi, pretty random title, I know, but I need to see what everyone thinks of this situation. So to get started, I work in a small office job in my city, nothing big or corporate or anything like that, but I only started around 2 weeks ago. Now, I'm not a very social person, and I'm very introverted and hate talking to others, especially in places like the workplace, because I have my friends and my bubble outside of work, and I don't feel like putting the effort in to make new friends because, as I said, I'm introverted. It drains my social battery by talking to people all day at work. Call me antisocial, I don't care. All right, first and foremost, you will talk to your coworkers.
will talk
You
about
will
the
have
weather.
this small talk.
Yeah,
you
you're gonna have
will
to have the
enjoy
small
the
talk.
mandatory fun.
Yeah. I love small talk, man. Small talk's one of my favorite things. I enjoy
Small
the fuck
talk, the
out
only
of it.
kind of talk you have.
True.
That's not true. You have deep thoughts, but you also do enjoy being like, when people go, how's the weather? I'm like, dude, I would love to talk about the weather.
I love the
Dude,
weather.
the sky, it is blue.
The problem is,
dude.
I do like talking about the weather. Like,
Yeah, I know.
like
There's an old All in the Family episode. All in the Family is the one with the racist dad, right? Yeah. Old All in the Family episode where the like well-meaning liberal kid has his black friend over. And the guy's like, how come every time I come over, we have to talk about like racial justice in America? And the guy goes, what do you mean? He's like, I feel like because I'm black, you always want to talk about that. And he's like, well, what do you want me to talk about? The weather? And he's like, black people get weather too. And I always think, man, I would like to talk about the weather. That's a great idea.
Black people get weather too.
That's awesome.
Good. That's good writing right
That's
there.
good.
But no, I don't know. Just small talk I find fun because you are having a conversation, albeit very simple, with a soul, a human being, a brain that you have never interacted with before or interact with very frequently. And I just think that's very cool. Anyway, whatever. I like meeting people.
I'll defend the I hate all my coworkers thing of like, I do get being like, listen, man, this is a job. I'm here to work. Like,
Right, sure.
I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So like, I want to just preface, like, I'm not all in on like, you gotta
I-
socialize.
I was gassing it up to make fun of this person, but I do hate the mandatory fun. I do not
Me
like
too.
doing the stupid office politics. I think it sucks. We're going to an axe throwing bar. Yeah, I would go to an axe throwing bar with my friends and get plastered and get hurt. That's fun. I don't want to go with a bunch of people that I have to see.
Yeah, let's go drink a beer.
Well, hold on. Is it during or after working hours? That very much so
Oh, well, that changes
the-
everything. If it's during work,
Yeah.
you know what? Actually, let's do whatever you want.
Yeah. During work, whoa, I'm all in.
Yeah, exactly.
As I was starting my job, I was asking friends for some advice on how to avoid my coworkers, and one jokingly said to put on a thick Scottish accent because when I do it to my friends, they barely understand a word I say. And not to float my boat, it's a pretty good accent. All right. Fast forward to starting my job, I go in and I put on this accent to all the people working around me. Every time they make conversation, I put it on to the point where I'm so difficult to understand, they cut the conversation short. On my second week, my mom calls me mid-shift about something, but I take the call, walk somewhere private, and end up speaking in my normal voice. One of my coworkers ends up overhearing me and telling the whole office I've been faking my accent. I come back to my desk and everyone is staring at me. I'm quite confused and sit down and get back to work until the woman who overheard me comes over and says, "We know you don't have an accent." I look at her shocked. I reply, "What?" putting on the accent. And she tells me not to play stupid and that she's told the manager it was to avoid us as she overheard me mentioning it to my mom. A few minutes later, I get called into his office and told I shouldn't be trying to avoid coworkers and should be trying to make relationships to help workflow. I think I work better with no distractions like small talk and trying to make friends, but I might have been rude for this, so am I the asshole here?
Wow.
Me when I'm doing a crime. Yeah, dude. So I was doing this crime the other day.
I can't believe like how saucy. What if she just talked to her mom normally? And then they were like, "We know you don't have an accent." And she was like, "Oh, laddie, I'm Shrek. I talk to my mom in my English accent because she has trouble understanding me." Right? Like that would be so easy. But
That's pretty
instead,
good, by the
they
way.
caught. Thank you. I watched a lot of Shrek.
Yep.
Instead, they caught her telling the mom, "Oh yeah, I'm lying to all my coworkers. They're a bunch of
Yeah.
dipshit
What a
rubes.
bunch of rubes.
They'll fall for anything. I hate them, and I do it just so I don't have to talk to them." Like, I'm sorry, you're dead to rights here.
They got you, dude. Like, they got your ass.
What am I supposed to
Oh, yeah.
say? Like,
You can't be saying that shit, baby girl. You gotta wait till you're off premises before you have those conversations.
hey, Reddit, I was doing this thing where I'm being a huge dick and really annoying because I don't want to talk to people because I'm a huge fucking asshole. And then they caught me. What do you think?
Me when I'm reaping what I sow. No.
Yeah.
I love the idea that after faking your accent this much and people understand that you were doing it to avoid talking to people, not just because like you're having fun or whatever, that the manager comes over and you got to talk to them in their office and is like, "You got to talk to your coworkers. I don't know how to tell you this. Like,
Yeah.
we work together. Like, do I have to instill Olive Garden values? Like, we're all family."
The craziest part of this to me was that she was not fired.
Yeah.
Like, is there like a
what?
probationary period? Because like the coworkers are like, "Hey, sorry, don't mean to be weird, but we all just heard that you have been doing a bit because you hate us. Like, leave. Like, what do you fucking know?
Like, are you joking? If I was his manager, I'd be like, I'm not even sorry about this. I'm writing you up, and not even doing that, I'm just firing you. I've already discussed this with HR. Like, it's very clear that you are not going to be benefiting this atmosphere at all.
Because like the worst part is like it only harms the like workers you're working with, right? Like if they need help or like need to talk to you about something, and then you're just like, "Hi, Tito. Oh, I can't talk to you right now. I'm a little busy." Like, bro,
I don't think that's.
They're also
that
a
might not be
leprechaun,
Scottish.
apparently.
I like.
yeah, sorry, I'm
Leprechaun.
doing Irish by accident.
Well, the title says British, so fucking who
wait,
knows?
we switched to
Who
Scottish.
knows?
You're right. That's why I got confused.
Fuck, man. Here's the thing. Talking to people is not that hard. And
Oh, says Mr. Perfect.
True. Well, yes.
True.
Thank you. That's fair.
true.
But even if you aren't, like, if you're awkward, if it makes you uncomfortable to talk to people new, or maybe you genuinely don't get along with these people, I don't know. Like, you're an adult. Maybe. I hope if you have a job.
No, that's
out
true.
there.
I think you're right. Part of this is like, listen, all three of us here can understand being like, man, hate my coworkers, hate being at work, but you're at work. Like, suck it up. It sucks. We all hate it. I know. It blows. Like, talk to them. Like, deal with it and then just move on. Because you got to eat, man. You got to eat. You got to get through this. Like, just do your best to be a professional and then be normal like the rest of us and get out of work and be like, ugh, I hate interacting with those people. I'm like, yep, I get it. That's all it should
I don't
be.
know. This comes off as this is like two things where I'm very unwoke about, which is like picky eating and social interaction. I sound like a trad con, the kids are all woke and soy these days, It's like I just am talking about like I'm very unempathetic in these two aspects.
No, I don't think that's true. I think being
I don't know. It could very much so.
Building a community, I can spin it to woke. Building a community of people to fight against the managers is good, actually. When you form the secret group chat, the secret Vizier group chat that shits on the manager because they suck or whatever, boom, you've suddenly created like the woke chat, and you now fight against the man, and you secretly form a union. Like big bingo bongo boom, you got to talk to people, to make that happen.
Let me wokeify this another way. I like this strat, actually, Danny. The big problem I have with a lot of like American consumption culture is the focus on individualization and the lack of community. So by talking to your coworkers, you are forming a sense of community.
Correct.
Boom. Got it.
Correct. Divided we bargain. Divided we beg. Together we bargain.
All right, I get it. Okay, you found out a way. Annoying Redditor behavior is actually fascist. Congratulations. You've outwoked us all once again.
Yes!
No, I think it's fine to be like, okay, like I get hating coworkers. You should talk to them a little bit, like just the bare minimum.
Do we want to
Local
vote on this one?
podcaster convinces people to talk to their coworkers. Hitler defeated.
Yeah, let's vote. Let's vote.
Yeah.
Decision time.
All right, when it comes to this woman who's doing the Shrek accent to avoid talking about the weather, is she the asshole? 3, 2, 1.
Donkey!
Yes.
Oh no! Yes.
It's funny because like it's such a total Redditor clapback. Is like, I figured out a way to get those annoying extroverts from draining my social battery, but it's like, no, you're behaving like a fucking lunatic. Like, you do need to be normal. All right.
This is just don't talk to me till I've had my coffee, but like theater kid-ified.
The Council has spoken.
This third one was deleted, but it's 1 day old, comes from Am I the Asshole? And the title is, Am I the asshole for asking my boyfriend to stop singing about dicks?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
also,
all right.
Joseph,
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 This is posted by Jillian Rothschild.
U/Jillian-Rothschild. Wow. Wait,
Yeah, okay, here we go.
co-written by Danny Guadalupe. Wait, hold up.
Am I your boyfriend?
No,
Is that
no,
what's
no.
going on? All right, okay. My boyfriend has OCD, and one of the things he does is remixes songs about dicks. First off, OCD that makes you remix songs about dicks.
Wait a minute.
I guess so. It's like maybe a verbal tick.
Wait, yeah, this is my hyperfixation.
Me when I have the OCD that makes me sing about it.
Wait. What, oh, he doesn't have obsessive compulsive disorder. OCD here stands for ostentatious cock dickery.
Yup. Yup.
Dude,
Dude, you're still doing it. You're doing it right now.
Whoa, wait, no, I'm not singing. Okay, he has a repertoire of remixes to songs he's heard over the years. They're all about sucking dick and taking dick in his ass. You know, Thrift Shop? Here's the remix. Ready? This remix is now burned into my mind forever. I'm gonna suck some dick. Yeah, I got 100 dicks in my butthole. Yeah, I sucked them. That's right, I sucked them. I sucked on 6 dicks, bitch. Okay, that's all right. I think the back half is not great.
Yeah, it's a bit tough, but I love
Wait,
it.
It's I
that
am
was in the
fucking
post.
coming. Yeah, it's in the post.
No,
it's really
the post.
that's in the
not
post. They
off
wrote
Joseph's
it out.
dome.
No, it's not off the dome. I would do better than this. No, I'm not going to do it right now.
do y'all have a song that you do this with like all the time in your head?
Chicken Fried by Zach Brown Band. Still my best work.
Yeah.
Mine is what the hell is it? It's like Break Even. Like
All right, what do you got?
I'm sucking on penis. Yeah. I'm sucking on penis. That one's good.
The famous one, of course, for me is the just a little bit of dick inside.
Yes.
I'm queer and I like guys. A penis that fits just right. Sucking on a strap on. I'm still proud of that one.
One of the recent
What do
ones
you got, Danny?
is that I really love is Thick of It official sus remix.
All right, how does that go?
I told him he should blow, filled him up, made him choke, shoved it in his ass.
Oh, man.
I gave him my bone. I'm sorry. That one's like one of my faves.
All right. Now, this is hilarious. Sure, the first 100 times, maybe. I recently asked him if he could try and do it a bit less frequently as it was getting a bit annoying, and he got really bummed out. It made me feel really bad to see him sad because he explained to me again that it's his OCD and singing it out loud brings him relief. Maybe I should respect it and try and point him towards new songs. I don't know. Am I the asshole? Yeah, fuck off. Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry that he has the mental illness where you have to talk about dicks and cock all the time, okay? What, you want him to apologize for that?
You know what? This is homophobic.
Yeah! Damn, you're on your shit today.
That's actually insane. Like, this person is just like, I hate gay people. Like, that's crazy.
Wait, yeah, that's true. Wait, this isn't violent of our new version of the ADA that we brainstormed at the start of the episode. Except this one is the Americans with dick in ass.
I thought you were just going to go American Dick Association.
Just us on the mic making the least creative jokes ever.
Oh,
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, we have full versions of all these songs on there.
All right, we're 3 gay guys sucking on some wieners and they're different.
We're winning.
Oh,
We're
man.
second.
Okay, so here's what I will actually say about this. I know that he's like, oh, it's my OCD, and it might be. You know, I'm far be it from me to disparage his condition.
Like, I'm not a fucking
But-
whatever.
This is actually, more importantly, just a part of being a guy, is writing songs that are parodies of existing songs, but all the words are about jacking off and sucking dick and licking balls and shit. Like,
Yes.
it's unfortunately, I think, one of the last vestiges of human creativity. And I do think, and I hate to say this because I know I'm going to get flack from the woke crowd. It is a little bit of a homophobic take.
I'm going to give you my flack.
You probably do deserve a reprieve from Thrift Shop gay version.
Fuck you,
Fuck you,
man.
dude. I can't believe you would do this.
I think you are well within your rights to be like, I've heard I just sucked 6 dicks, bitch, 100 times today. Can you please do anything else?
This must be like a quintessential male experience because I can't laugh during, like, when a song is playing anymore because Mariah knows that the reason I am laughing while there is music playing, while there's music she's listening to, is that I have figured out how to make the lyrics to what she is listening to gay somehow. So then her brain stops thinking about whatever she's thinking about and is trying to figure out what gay lyrics I have made for the song she is listening to. So I can't laugh during music anymore because she knows that that's what I'm doing
You're
in my head.
building the gay version in your mind palace.
Yes! There was one time she's like, doing dishes in the kitchen and I'm like walking around sweeping the floors or whatever. Like she's got the music playing off of her phone speaker full blast, having a good time, just literally locked in. And then I'm just like chuckling as I'm mopping and she just puts the dishes down frustrated, like, not this song. Can you stop?
What was the song?
I don't even remember. It's like 20 songs at this point.
Dude, what the hell? So I just want to preface, like, I am the oddity here. Maybe sometimes I do feel like a newborn baby because I never did this. I just like never really thought about doing it. And then I met Joseph and it was like, I
do
astounded.
it incessantly.
I was like, wow, he has like a talent. How does he do this? Like I've never heard anyone in my entire life change the lyrics of a song to just be like the gay version. Yeah. And so Joseph is like just singing about penises. And I'm like, what the Oh, he was very good at doing this specifically with musical theater songs. Every single
those
song.
are like 80% of the way there already.
Yeah, well, that's true. But like every time we had to practice, it would be hard because he'd make everyone laugh by just singing the gay version.
Yes!
Like rehearsal was
an
harder.
instant crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
Folks, they love it. I don't know what to tell you. They love it.
Folks. They love Riptide, but it's gay.
What show did we do together where I did this?
Mouth.
Can you give me an example?
Oh man, I don't remember. It was just like as soon as I remember, I'll tell you. But like I'm trying to think. Let's see. Putnam County. Probably you thought of something. Probably. God, what was the first one?
Magic Dick.
Yeah.
We did Curtains together.
Magic Dick.
Curtains was easy because. Oh yeah, no. Curtains was easy because it's already squirting. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Curtains.
There's so much you could do with it. Yeah.
There's so many, dude. Like it was incessant. Like every time too. I couldn't. But I was shocked. I still am. I was like, what the? Apparently, I'm gonna shout out Rebecca a bit because she can't stop singing the one you mentioned earlier. She still sings it
Dick
today.
Inside. Dick Inside's so good.
Dick Inside
My
is
favorite one I ever did
generational.
was the Kirby theme song. I love doing theme songs.
Yes.
Theme songs are great. How can I help you, King DDD? I need a monster to pleasure me anally. There's like tons of lyrics to that one. I like the ya-yo, creamin', keep fucking my butthole. There's like so many you could.
The one song that actually has infected my brain that I never can like not sing the same again is Riptide.
dying.
Riptide is it's
Riptide,
over.
yeah.
Riptide's over.
Shouts out to Northern Lion, one of the best to ever do it. He sang it on the radio.
I'm gonna suck on a big pipe. I'm gonna come in my mama's mouth. Like, why did
Why
they
would he
sing that
say
on the
that?
radio?
The important part of that clip isn't even the gay version. It's the suffix to every gay song. You can cut it off at any point you want and go, why did he sing it like that? It was on the radio.
That's literally so funny.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Fuck me.
God, I hate that I'm a person that adopts different like personisms. Like this is the problem with me is that I'll think things are funny and I'll just adopt them into my lexicon. And Northern Lion is the worst person to have as like the third monitor in your earphones.
Oh, he just says
person
stuff.
just
Yeah,
playing in the
he's
background.
perfect for this kind of thing.
He'll just say things. By the way, for those that don't know, Northern Liner is a very popular Twitch streamer. The thing I can't get out of my head is sometimes slippery slope fallacies are actually true because sometimes things are a slippery slope.
That
Drinking
one's
2
awesome.
beers is a slippery slope to drinking 3 beers. And I'm like,
true.
correct.
Truth nuke.
Ah, fuck,
So
man.
do we think this guy has OCD? We've tangent very far off.
Honestly,
here, but
like he could have OCD, he could not have OCD. Either way, I do think the woman deserves a reprieve from the dick songs, but at the same time, he does also deserve the ability to do some of the dick songs sometimes.
Yes.
yeah,
I don't think she's the I guess I'll say I don't think she's like the asshole for asking him to stop, But she has to understand that he's going to do it sometimes.
Yeah, it's his
He's got to
OCD.
do it to other songs. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's true.
It seems like her biggest problem is with specifically Thrift Shop, like that he will never stop doing.
God.
Tell him to branch out. Do the other Macklemore songs. What are the other Macklemore songs? He did
Hold on.
Yeah, I sucked him. That's right.
he did he does the well, when I was in the 3rd grade I thought that I was gay is already gay. But no, he has
I'm in 3rd grade. I thought that I was gay.
I have a
the
dream.
ceiling can't hold us. What's that song? Put your hands up like the ceiling
Ceiling
can't hold us. You can do that one.
Ceiling can't hold
Put your
us.
hands up. Yeah, I'm queer and I like butts. Right? Like, you just got to spend some time with it, man.
Yeah, I really, man, you reeled me back because I
I'm
was
so damn
ready to
thankful
just be like, you're an
because
asshole.
I'm doing anal.
I'm killing you.
I gotta kill
so
you.
much.
I have to kill you. I really was gonna call her
That
the
song's a
asshole
lot of
before
fun.
you argued for her. I was like, fuck you.
Decision time.
All right. Yeah, let's do voting. Let's do a real voting. Jordan, do you think this woman's the asshole?
I mean, no. He does need to stop doing the same bit over. Honestly, that's the real crime. Is that he's done the bit too much. You got to find a new song. Like, you have to dickify more music. That will
That's
fix
true.
this.
Danny?
Well, he does do multiple songs, right?
Oh,
He has a
fuck,
repertoire.
You're right.
She's frustrated that he's singing the same song over and over again.
No,
Well,
she's
she
frustrated.
doesn't
Okay,
say
let's not
that. Well,
misrepresent the post.
She says first 100 times, maybe. So he's definitely saying that.
Maybe he's
one a
firing
lot.
them all off on all cylinders all day.
all right. Let me go back to my voting segment here.
Okay.
I gotta jump back and be serious about this. All right, he probably should stop, and he needs to figure out ways to not do this. However, he's probably gonna find himself in a tricky situation like I am right now, where I can't even audibly laugh or like make a face when music is playing because the jig is up at that point. So we just got to strategize, brother. You and me. Hit me up. We're going to figure out a way to do this.
Danny?
No, of course not. She's not an asshole for asking him, like, just like, hey.
I mean, I think-
it's, can we calm it down? No.
I think that the big conflict throughout all of history is between husbands and wives, and it concerns the proliferation of bits.
What I appreciate between you and Jillian is that it flip-flops. Sometimes,
Yeah,
Like-
sometimes she'll be the bit leader.
yeah, my favorite like description you've made is sometimes I am the portly king and she is the jumping jester, and then she sometimes is the portly queen and I am the bouncing jester in our relationship.
I'm like guffawing and like gnawing at like a big turkey leg. And it goes back.
That was so funny, wife.
I got another stanza from Can't Hold Us.
Okay.
Going hard like I got 808 in my heartbeat, and I'm beating my meat like I'm just about to skeet to a great white shark on Chuck Reed. Wah!
We gotta get you on like God rap from Eminem, but like the sussy version.
Jillian's trying to take a nap in the same room I'm recording, and she's like laughed so hard she started coughing.
It's so
You said
good.
we got to do Rap God.
Yeah, Rap God. That's it. Yeah, please.
That'll be the
you
live
gotta
show
give
bit.
us your opinion, Joseph. What is your
Oh, yeah.
vote?
Yeah, no, I don't think she's an asshole. I think that he's got to dial it back. The arc of history is between wives and husbands doing bits, and he's got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You've run this one out a little bit. Maybe swap up the track list, the set list. Maybe you find something else to annoy her with, and then you can go back to the gay ones later.
I do appreciate I guess a little tidbit info ender on this. We lost the post. It did get deleted, but the only reason we're able to save this post is because it's one of Northern Lion's biggest, clippers. Their name is Librarian. Posted a clip. It's a minute and 40 of Northern Lion singing multiple songs of the gay version of it. So thank you.
Yeah, that's why I brought up Northern Lion.
I mean, that's why we're talking about him, because he's the king.
Context-wise, there you go.
He's really good at it. It's really funny.
The Council has spoken.
All right. Well, y'all ready to go home to our wives with new renowned fervor for gay edits?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say when I'm chucking on cock and being gay?
That's really good. That's really
That's
good.
great. Yeah. Holy shit.
I'm sucking a penis.
Wait, is that payphone?
Yes.
No, but that's break even.
Oh, I'm falling to pieces.
can't
I thought
get it
you were
out of
doing
my head.
payphone.
Wait,
I thought
yeah,
you were doing,
I'm on a payphone, gotta need some
I am a
dick.
homo. Let me do the Wiz Khalifa part. Man, suck my dick. I'm gonna be fucking that dude. That's it. Cut it off. That's all.
Enough.
What is that verse? That's like the worst cut-in verse ever, by the way.
Man, fuck that shit. He just immediately cuts off the entire song. He's like, I know this was a soulful song. This verse is going to be about how great I am. Thank you.
It's like the Fall
Do you want
Out
to try
Boy
something else, maybe? Nah. The Fall Out Boy Kanye verse
Fall Out
we've been
Boy
talking about all
Kanye.
week. It's so good.
with-
I don't know what this damn song's talking about.
I don't know what this damn song is talking about, but I really want to suck dick till I'm falling out. Fall Out Boy.
That basically is the line. Let me listen. Let me pull
This
it
is
up real
our
quick.
worst episode yet. This is so ass.
The Kanye West Fall Out Boy verse goes, it starts off with him going, now I don't know what the hell this song is talking about. Do you? And then it cuts to later. He goes, so good. One thing I gotta call out, boy. Take a look at Fall Out Boy. Since they ain't black, when they get money, they don't ball out, boy. They just buy tight jeans till they nuts hang all out, boy. It's already a gay verse. It's its own gay verse.
They had that on
He's
the
the pioneer.
radio.
Why is he just shitting on Fall Out Boy? in
They
their
figure Ye
own
dress tight, so we go dress tighter. He dress white, so we gon' dress whiter. It's the best line in hip hop history.
Hops and ass verse.
It's so good. And you know what? His new songs are about sucking dick, but they're a little more soulful these days.
Good luck editing this one,
Good luck,
Rebby.
Rebecca.
Bye, everybody.
This one. Whoa. Hey.